Hello, guys and dolls. How is everybody doing? Happy New Year! We shall see what happens. We shall see. Uh, you want to try to be positive, but you've seen what we've been through. Okay, so hopefully things will be a lot better. Prayers. Prayer defeats the devil, so we got to pray. We don't have a choice. We have to pray. Okay. So, when you get involved with, social groups and social meetup groups, and you start hanging around more people, which I have quit doing because it just feels better. It's not as drama filled and gossipy, and it's just really, some people are really cool to hang with, and other people are just not. Um, they get a shovel and they start digging in your business, digging hard. Not in my business, but in a friend of mine's business. And this person doesn't even know him. If you have questions, ask him. Don't go behind his back and start getting into his personal. And you wonder why. And I wasn't going to go there. I was not going to go there, but you wonder why so many people join a meetup group, because they've exhausted everybody in real life. So they have to kind of go to a group and start messing with those people until the people get aggravated and quit going to the groups. And so anyway, I have known of a lot of people who have made the decision that they are not going to go to therapy. So 99.9% of people who have had a trauma related childhood, because this all starts in childhood. They've had trauma related childhood, and so what they do is they make sure to continue the drama and the trauma until they die. They're self-punishing because they're used to it, because that becomes their whole identity. They don't know their self if they're not broken. They're used to being broken, and in some twisted ways, they prefer to be broken because that is who they are. That has become all encompassing. That has become their everything, being broken, which is asinine. You're basically torturing yourself again. And in so many words or less, your behavior says, I don't deserve any better anyway. So I'm going to continue to traumatize myself. I'm going to continue to get into abusive relationships. If someone's too nice, I'm out. Um, I'm going to continue to make bad choices. I'm going to continue to get drunk off my ass until I get arrested. I'm just going to keep doing, take drugs and everything. And I know multiple people who have been part of these groups, these social groups, quotation marks, and they are so psychologically severely damaged, and they flat out refuse to get help. They refuse. And one of them I told you about, and let's see. One of the videos I talked about, one of my friends, Paul, he had a issue with this girl. He was just so hot into her, so hot and heavy. And I said, you need to slow your roll because she reminds you of your ex, and you and your ex had a not terrific, terrifically traumatic nightmare relationship off and on for 20 years. So if somebody reminds you of that, get the fuck away from them. Use some common damn sense. Get away from that person. They remind you of someone who put you through the meat grinder. Why the hell are you attracted to that? Because that is familiar to them. She don't live in town. She lives in Jeff City. And she's a bad, bad, bad person. She is a prostitute, but she pretended she was a virgin with him. They wouldn't even kiss. She would never kiss him. But they went on vacations, and he slept they slept next to each other. She would never, get involved with him. But she is hooking with other men. She is banging all the men at her job. She has all of them come from traumatic background. Her grandmother's a severe pothead, and she's recently started using either I don't know if it's meth or something else. She rolls blunts right in front of the grandkids. She's teaching them this is how you roll a blunt. And they talk about the trauma, that there's been a lot of extensive trauma in the family, and not a one of them, not a freaking one of them wants to go to therapy. None. There's only one brother of the hooker's brother. One of her brothers, he's not, I think he went in the military to get away from all of them. Because he's like, I don't want to be part of that at all. So I'm going to go out, get away, and get my career at the same time. So he's smart. But, I see way too often where people prefer to be miserable. That's their preference. And if you come in there and you try to give them a solution to fixing their problems, they don't want to hear it. They get mad or they get annoyed because they don't want to get better. They want to continue to get worse. They want to spiral out of control. They love the drama. Love it. So my question to you is, are you one of those? Are you one of those? Are you one of those people that you're holding on to your trauma, you're white knuckling your trauma, and you're going to make sure that you keep on screwing yourself over because you don't deserve any better. In your twisted mind, you think that you don't deserve any better. And it is twisted. I'm sorry, it is. When you don't want better for yourself, that's a twisted mindset. It's a twisted mindset. It's a twisted ideology. You have to want more for yourself because you've been through enough, don't you think? When you look at your past, you've been through enough. Why are you making sure that you continue to destroy yourself with alcohol, with promiscuous sex, with drugs? Why are you doing that? You're not happy unless you're unhappy. That's not normal. Stop it. Stop it. So you got choices. It's a new year, 2023. Yeah. Anyway, so are you going to change your life? Because let me tell you how this works. And I'm telling you from experience, not from something I read in a book. This is real. Okay. I come from dysfunction. My family is, okay. All of them are twisted. I know from experience that when you go for therapy, you have to try, it's like trying on a pair of shoes. You have to try a couple of therapists before you find the right fit. Because let me tell you a secret. You ready? Therapists are twisted themselves. What? Therapists are twisted too. In fact, many of them probably became therapists so they could understand what's wrong with them up here. So you need someone who is less twisted, who can help you with your issues. And you will know when you're with this person, how you feel, how your body feels. Do you feel like you could be honest with them? Do you feel like you could emotionally, psychologically get naked with them? Because that's what you need to do to get better. Okay? I had a friend in Georgia. She's not part of a meetup group, but I met her online. She's from Georgia. She has been beaten. She has been raped. She has been brutally beaten. I mean, she has just been treated like crap by everybody in her family. And she continues to destroy her own life. She continues to date men who are horrible. One of whom she was intimate with, and he picked her up and put her in the other room so his roommate could get a piece. And the only reason that didn't take place is because his roommate couldn't get his flag up. She doesn't want to go to therapy because she enjoys her dysfunction. Let me say that again. She doesn't want to go to therapy because she enjoys her dysfunction. She's addicted to it like a drug. Her addiction to her trauma is worse than somebody being addicted to methamphetamine or heroin, or it's comparable. It's a drug. If they have a quiet, peaceful life that is so uncomfortable, it is so uncomfortable that it drives them insane. They have to have a crappy life. Don't let that be you. You are in control of your life. You are the president, CEO, CFO. You are the everything in your life. You take charge of your life. You roll up your sleeves and say, well, if I have to cry in therapy, I'll just cry. Whatever I got to do, get mad, cry, whatever I got to do, scream, whatever the hell I got to do, because I'm tired of being in psychological prison. I am tired of my brain ruining me, ruining my relationships with everybody I know. I'm done. And you know what else you do? You make the decision to go to therapy. If you have insurance, make sure your insurance covers it. All you got to do is call or choose an office to go to, and they will run your insurance and see if it will cover. Okay, so there's ways to do it. Most large cities have what is it called? A health department, and they have free medical care. You can inquire about, well, I need to go to therapy. What do you recommend? Do you offer services for that? Some places offer services on a sliding scale. So depending on what you make, that's what they charge. So there is no fucking excuse not to go. And I get pissed when people refuse to go. It makes me mad. I'm cutting you off because I'm not going to be your therapist, and I'm not going to have you attacking me because I'm not fucking you hard enough in your head. So therefore, you detach from me. We're done. You want to screw up your life and kill yourself? Go for it. Go for it. Because when you're dead, you'll finally have peace. Some people are like that. They're not going to be happy until they're dead. They have cirrhosis of the liver. They could get cirrhosis of the liver. They're going to keep on going until they're dead. Some people are like that. They're not going to stop until they get destroyed. Those people cannot be helped. Let them destroy themselves because that's what they want. That's what they prefer. You, on the other hand, can put your foot down, roll up your sleeves and say, I'll do whatever I got to do. I will cut my family off because they're sick and twisted and demented, and I'm done. And I'm not going to allow y'all to keep sucking me into the vortex. So I'm done with the family. I'm done with dysfunctional so-called friends. I am done. Clean slate, new year, clean slate, erase the chalkboard. Erase the chalkboard nice and clean and get your behind in therapy. And do not continue to talk to people who are dysfunctional after therapy because you're defeating the whole purpose of going to therapy. They're going to get mad that you're in therapy and they're going to come after you harder. Like the crabs in a bucket. The ones that try to get out, the other crabs pull them back in. Like, where you think you're going? That's what dysfunctional families do. They don't want you better. Okay? They don't want you better. So you have to make that decision. And you have to start choosing people who are mentally healthier. You have to choose people who are mentally healthier. Okay? So, if you want to be miserable the rest of your life, that is definitely your choice. But, what in the hell? Why won't that come off of there? I don't know why. Anyway, some people just like being miserable. It's so much fun for them, they can't stand it. You need to be smart. You need to be smart. I'm going to make a quick story so I can go. I had a ex-friend who is, the longer I know her, the smarter her mouth got. And I just got to the point where I wanted to backhand her. She was in San Diego. Very judgmental, starting to become more and more judgmental of other women. At the same time, trying to attract a man online or wherever she can meet him. Smart men are not going to be attracted to women who bash other women. I don't like fake tits. I don't like fake hair. I don't like people that wear fingernails. That's none of your motherfucking business, bitch. That's none of your business. The one thing that I should have addressed her on, and I didn't, and I should have. I had a previous dog, Bailey. Y'all may know that. I don't know. I had an issue with Bailey. Bailey got hurt. The place that we went to robs you blind. There's no way in hell I could pay all that money for surgery for him. And they wanted to amputate his leg, which would have been cheaper. I'm not going for what's cheaper. I want him to keep his leg. Anyway, end up working a deal with the veterinarian, and she ended up keeping him because she gave him to her mom, which was all part of her sneaky little plan anyway. It was real dirty and underhanded how it went down. But anyway, I got a different dog. Milo. You guys have met Milo. You've seen him. He's an Ossador, Australian Shepherd and Lab. Anyway, She had the balls to say, well, he looks better than Bailey. You know, I should have broke my foot off in her ass then and said, "Don't talk about my dog like that. He is part of my heart. I may not have him anymore, but he's in my heart. Don't talk about my dog like that." How'd you like somebody saying that about your 3 kids? Well, your son looks better than your daughter. How would you like that? Think before you talk. So I stayed calm and I said, that never sat well with me. But I remember saying, well, they're one of the smartest dogs of all the breeds. Okay. And she had nothing to say. I did get in her ass when she started talking about women wearing hair. I said, I don't make comments about women's hair because A, that's none of my business. And B, some women have lost their hair to cancer. They had chemo treatments. So, so when women get older, their hair gets thinner. So they do whatever they got to do to make themselves feel better. Who the fuck are you to say that they can't do that? So, and if a woman has implants because she lost both her breasts, she had a double mastectomy, she's supposed to walk around with an iron board flat chest because you got a problem with implants. Man, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, bitch. I jumped her world recently. I jumped her ass. And I said, and good riddance. And who cares what you don't like? And men are not going to be attracted. This is what I'm talking about. You got to get rid of dysfunctional people. She's fucked up. Her sister, and her brother are fucked up. And she's got the nerve to point fingers at everybody else when she needs to look in the mirror. Nobody judged her for being a prostitute. Oh, did I fucking go there? Yes, I did. Nobody judged her for fucking for a living. Nobody. We just accept that's what she likes to do. That's what she's going to do. And that's it. But for somebody who's basically a paid whore, you have no fucking right, no business talking about anybody else. Because your job cannot be discussed in public. Your job cannot be discussed in a restaurant or talk to random strangers. Well, what do you do? Oh, well, I'm a physician. What do you do? I'm a whore. How dare you make fun of other people? How dare you attack other people when you are a paid prostitute? She had an interview on my channel and I took those interviews down because I don't want anything to do with her ever again. I think she is the most judgmental fucking piece of shit I've ever known. And she's in therapy now with someone who's not even licensed and her behavior is getting worse. When you figure it out, tell me because it don't make sense to me. She's getting worse. Her mouth is getting worse. And I told her point blank, I don't like your snotty attitude. I'm done with you. Good riddance. You got to not have toxic people in your life and you have to get rid of them. And another thing. She's very judgmental of other people and she doesn't like the fact that you're going after a married man. If you're attracted to a married man, he's supposedly separated, getting a divorce. That is a no-no. He's married. But yes, she could fuck married men. And she does. And she talks about it's a place of healing. Healing what? Dry skin on his dick? You're fucking a married man. I don't care what you call it. I don't give a shit. You could put sugar on shit that don't make it a donut. Just saying. You're fucking married men. But if somebody is dating a married man who happens to be in the process of a divorce or he's separated, he's got legal papers to prove it, she's going to judge and not be friends with that person. But you're a hypocrite because you are fucking married men. And him fucking you doesn't strengthen his marriage. It doesn't. He might be less likely to leave because he's getting his dick wet somewhere else. So he's not pressuring her for sex. But you're doing the wrong thing. No matter what the fuck you call it, you're doing the wrong thing. And you're attacking people for, I don't like this, I don't like that. Who the fuck are you? Who are you to judge other people? I cut her ass off. We've been friends for years. She's done. Done. I'm not tolerating that. And I told her she's a hypocrite. I said, are you sitting here talking about women don't need to be having lashes on? Do you know what that cunt did? Yes, I use the C word. She fucking wore lashes for her Just for Fans page, getting professional photos done. So you're a goddamn hypocrite. You're a piece of shit hypocrite. I don't like people wearing lashes. Put some lashes on. You fucking phony bitch. I told you she's a phony fraud. I cannot stand. You know what? I'm telling you right now. Y'all know me. I'm a loner. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. By the way, I have natural. I don't have lashes on today. But I have no problem with them, and I don't give a flying fuck who doesn't like it. Sick and tired of people. I'm god dang sick and tired of people. Sick and tired of them. I love being alone. I mean, I really do. I love I love it. I still have my flu, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't want to go anywhere. It's not in a hurry. Anyway, I love the peace. I love being single. It is peaceful. I don't have to deal with nobody digging in. They weren't digging in my business. They were digging in my friend's business. But people that are socially inept, so they don't know what's proper and what's not. People trying to bang other people, whether those people want to be banged or not. I mean, people are complicated. They're selfish as fuck. And I cannot deal with it. I just can't. I cannot. So I just love being alone. It's perfect. I mean, it really is. It's just, I don't like people. I can't stand them. And the more I see how they behave, and the more I see how they backstab other people without a bat of an eye because they have no conscience, the more I think, this is why I am alone. Me and peacefulness is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm going to have to take my boat out. I haven't taken it out in a long time, so I need to do that because the weather is about to pop off again and get ugly. And I don't want to deal with it, so I would like to get my boat out, before the weather changes again and it goes back to winter, if you know what I mean. So anyway, bottom line is this. Eliminate bad people. Eliminate traumatic situations by going to therapy. Do not deal with judgmental people because I'm not going to tolerate it. I don't give a shit. I'm very protective of other people because no one protected me growing up. No one protected me. Everything I went through in my life, I had to go through it by myself. So I'm the total opposite of that. I protect other people, and I'm not going to allow you to run your fat face over something that is none of your god dang mother freaking business. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to sit there and tolerate it. And I told y'all this before, and I'm glad it didn't happen. But I could see myself getting busted on that show. What would you do? Because I would probably jump someone's ass. Why are you talking to that person like that? Why are you doing that? That's not necessary. What? No, that's not necessary. Why are you doing that? You know, I would jump their shit. And I see people get busted. I don't know if that show airs anymore. But when it did, I saw people get busted all the time for protecting somebody. And then the camera crew came out and that person was like, oh my God, are you serious right now? And that would be me. Because I don't appreciate your freaking mouth and your attitude. Why you care if that couple in the restaurant is gay? That's none of your goddamn business. Mind your business. So yes, I would have an issue. and here comes the camera crew and I'd be busted. Y'all be sitting there watching TV going, that looks like Tranquility. What is she doing? Oh, snap. She's on TV. Quit laughing. It's not funny. So, yeah, that would be me. That would be me protecting somebody because no one's ever protected me. And I'm the oldest of three. So I was the everything. I was the supervisor and the organizer and the everything. Everything fell on my shoulders. So yes, you're going to do it because I don't want to listen to her mouth when she gets home from work. Clean your room, put your homework in your school bag, and shut up. I don't want to hear it when she walks in the door because she'll be screaming for an hour nonstop, and I don't want to hear it. Do what the hell you're supposed to do. I told my brother that. Do what you're supposed to do. So anyway, yeah, I've been in charge and the mother and everything else. So, this is opportunity for you to go to therapy. This is your opportunity to cut loose people. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be sad, but you're drawing up boundaries. And if you're with somebody who's supposedly a friend, quotation marks, and they're that judgmental of other people, do you really want to be friends with them? While they're doing bullshit, throwing their legs up in the air and playing with sex toys with their legs wide open on Just for Fans. Yes, this person has a Just for Fans page, and they're acting like a little hoe in front of everybody just because it gives them money. They will sell their soul for money. There's no boundaries. You want me to stick what where? Sure, I could do that. And you're judging other fucking people? You got to be shitting me. You must be out of your goddamn tree. Anyway, Anyway, yeah. I don't care what somebody wants to do. If you want to be a hooker, that's on you. That's your business. But I will not tolerate you doing something that's on the fringes of society, so to speak. And then you're going to judge people simultaneously. That I'm not going to put up with. You got a lot of freaking balls. And I've heard enough of your goddamn mouth. So, yeah, I told her good riddance. Didn't even say goodbye. I said good riddance. I told her exactly how I felt. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. So, she's not the type of person who I want to continue to be friends with. She's not a good person. And the longer she goes without speaking to her family, the more twisted she becomes. And she's supposedly in therapist. This other bitch don't even have a goddamn licensure. And you're going to see her? Why? She's not even licensed. And you're getting worse. You're supposed to be getting better and you're getting worse. She's dumb. She's a dumb ass. If I'm going to be telling all my business in therapy, I want to see some changes in my own life. If I get worse, and I'm more judgmental and more of an asshole to other people, yeah, there's your clue that you should either get your money back or take your ass somewhere else. Because this ain't working for you, fool. This ain't working for you. Anyway, I don't know what to say. Much love to all of you. I hope that life is treating you well. You set up boundaries, strong boundaries. Boundaries. If people step outside those boundaries, you can tell them, hey, that's not cool. Don't say things like that. That's rude. If they continue and they don't apologize, because the majority, 99.9% of people will not apologize for their own horrible behavior, they won't. Cut them loose. You ain't got to change nothing, but you can get out of my face. That's going to change. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Okay? Anyway, much love. If you want encouragement through, to put your foot forward to go to counseling, I will talk to you. I will be happy to talk to you. I had to go through a couple of them before I found one a couple of them that were amazing. And I was telling a friend of this earlier. I said, he pissed me off right out the gate. He was with the military, my first real therapist. He was with the military, and he said, we need to talk about your mother. And oh God, that was like the worst thing you could say to me. I didn't want to go there. I don't want to talk about that monster. And I'm twisting and turning in my chair, and cross my legs this way, cross my legs that way. I won't look at him. I'm doing this number because I'm trying to escape. I said, I don't want to talk about her. He said, all the more reason why we need to talk about her. I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I was. But he's one of the best ones I've ever had. Him and two other people over a period of years. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And there's so much shame and embarrassment when people do you wrong. When they do you wrong, you feel bad, and they need to feel bad about what they've done, but they have no conscience. So they make you feel bad. They transfer the blame and the embarrassment to you. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that bullshit no more. And there's nothing you're going to tell a therapist that's going to go, and fall out of the chair and plumb pass out. It's just not going to happen. There's nothing you're going to tell them that's going to freak them out. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Okay? Nothing. So get your strength, pull it together, make it happen. Do you want to get better or do you not? It's up to you. It's totally up to you. And if you have to cut dysfunctional people off, you cut their asses off because they're not doing you any favors anyway. They're poisonous. We don't drink poison hoping the other person dies because they are demons. They'll be here forever. Okay? So you got to use your brain and make the decision that you don't want to be in hell the rest of your life. You don't have to make that decision. Some people are too far gone, like I said. Narcissists are too far gone because they have brain damage in their head. So their rationale is irrational. Their thought process is twisted. They have no conscience. They're cheating on you while they're with other people. I mean, whether they're with you, but they're cheating with other people. And they're constantly shopping. Everywhere you go, they're constantly peeping for other people they could be with. They're horrible people and they're never going to change. Never going to change. And they love money. They will piss all over your grave just to get money out of your wallet while you're dead laying there. So, I mean, they have no conscience. So you have to get rid of them. You have to get rid of poisonous people. Stop drinking the poison. Stop drinking it. Get away from it. Get away from it. Give yourself the love that you never got. And the first step is going to therapy. Much love. You can do this. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.